that my musical influences have always been pretty rootsy, country-ish kind of tunes. I think the music has always stemmed from songs and songwriting. That's definitely where I started and what really got me interested in music and playing music. I've always sang, but being able to translate that into a story and have the song come through, that's definitely what has always made me want to become a better musician and strive to write better songs and to make cooler music. It's always rooted in songs.
I've seen your music described as dirty blues and straight up rock and roll. What characterises Miss Quincy's sound?
Well, that's how I describe it.
That's it?
I think I probably wrote that. But, I mean, I would hope that somebody watching a show or hearing my music would, that it would come across as authentic. I think that's kind of the hope that every musician has, that your songs come across as not put on.
Yeah.
You know, if it sounds put on, it's not good.
Absolutely. Well, listening to the album, that's what you get. It sounds real. And if that's
the hope, is that it sounds real.
Well, if that's what you've tried to do, you've achieved it, because it is very real. My studio guest is Miss Quincy. She's all the way from Canada, and she's not alone. She has a guest in the studio with her. Who have you brought, Miss Quincy?
Well, may I introduce you to Benjamin James Caldwell?
Hi everybody. Thanks for having me.
Alright, so what are we going to play then?
Oh, well, I think we should start with like a happy little ditty. A little country tune. So you're playing songs off the album, which it's a lot like what my band sounds like, and a lot like what you can expect when you come to see a show on this Australian tour.
We'll talk about that in a minute, where you're playing and everything, yeah.
But what we decided to play in the studio, because it's just fun to strip things right down and to play different songs and to bring something completely different. So this little song I'm going to play is a little country tune I wrote a little while ago.
Nice.
So Ben is playing some mandolin, and I'm playing this old guitar with a lipstick pickup and a suitcase amp. What is the song about? Boy,
Beautiful stuff. Thank you.
Oh,
Absolutely
thank you.
wonderful. You've got something special happening this Thursday in Melbourne, haven't you? You're doing a food...
Yeah, I'm doing a like a restaurant collaboration.
Yeah, that sounds interesting.
Yeah, so in Canada, I'm also a cook. I'm a bush cook, which means I work in bush camps, and I do a lot of wild meat cooking, and so I have a blog called Rock and Roll Bush Cook, and through that I've started collaborating with restaurants, and I've started putting on pop-up restaurants of my own, and have just been doing a lot of food collaborations and food-related gigs, and this is one of them that I'm doing in Melbourne. So it's at the restaurant Ipaka. It's in Melbourne, and it's on Thursday, so in just a couple days.
Couple of days' time.
Yeah, and you can, it's a ticketed event, and the food is amazing. So the reason why I'm collaborating with this restaurant is because it's incredible, and they have similar ethics of local food, wild to plate, just really high standards, really good quality food, and an amazing chef.
Excellent. And let's talk about your Canadian showdown, of course, first, who are on the album.
Yeah, so the girls that I play with in Canada, I play always as a trio with drums, bass, and then myself playing guitar and singing. And then sometimes we bring in another girl that plays keys and sings some really awesome backups.
And you bought an Australian showdown. You put an Australian showdown together for your shows?
Yeah, so that came about in a really cool way. I mean, that's probably one of the main reasons that I'm touring in Australia. I met both Jane and Kat, who are my Australian showdown, or my showdown under, I like to say. So I met both of them in Canada. They were both playing with different bands and at different times. And in Canada and the US, actually, we met up at different times and just became friends. And so, as happens, you want to play music with your friends, if your friends are also musicians. So it just kind of made sense to put together a tour and have them be my band in Australia, because they're both from Australia. So it's worked out amazing, and it's just a really fun way to travel as well, because I have this opportunity to come to Australia, and then I'm just put right into the middle of a music scene. So I have a built-in crew of friends and built-in music scene. It's really great. It's a fun lineup.
Fabulous. Now we're going to do another live one.
Okay.
What are you going to do now?
I'm going to play a song that I did not write, but that a fellow Canadian wrote, and he's a songwriter from Canada called Fred Eaglesmith, and he's a very well-known, well-respected Canadian songwriter, and I started playing this song of his because there's some crazy things happening in northern Canada where I'm from, and one of the things that's happening is there is a hydroelectricity dam being built in the valley where I grew up. And the construction hasn't started yet, but it threatens the river that I grew up living right next to, and my parents still have a farm there, and members of my family would actually get displaced. Many generations of farming land will be flooded. So this song is a song that I like to sing about that, and Fred Eaglesmith just has all the right words to say. So I decided I'm going to play you this song. My neighbor's car got stolen last night, right out of his drive. Heard the dogs barking, never paid him any mind. Mary said she's gonna lock the door from now on when we go away. But I've been wandering around this farm, wondering if it's time time to get a gun. And that's what I've been thinking. And I could afford one if I did just a little less drinking. Time to pull out something between me and the sun. When the talking is over, it's time to get a gun. Well, last night the government was there and walked out of my back door. He said, I hate to bother you, son, but it don't matter anymore. 'Cause even while I'm talking, right here where we stand, they're making plans to build a 4-lane highway with a big old overpass. It's time to get a gun. And that's what I've been thinking. And I could afford one if I did just a little less drinking. Time to put something between me and the sun. When the talking is over, it's time to get a gun. To the bridge, Gloria says she's worried about herself and the kids. She ain't never known anybody had a gun, and her daddy never did. But I think it should be up to me when it's all said and done. If somebody's gonna walk into the night, I'm gonna keep them warm. It's time to get a gun. That's what I've been thinking. If I could afford one, if I did just a little less drinking. Time to put something between me and the sun. When the talking is over, it's time to get a gun. When the talking is over, it's time to get a gun. When the talking is over, it's time to get a gun.
Yeah, wonderful stuff. Thank you. Absolutely beautiful. Loving that mandolin. Jeez. No, loving that mandolin.